the Harwell Amateur Radio Society. Golf 3 Papa India Alpha G3 PIA. Calling CQ. Listening for members to call in now, please.
Mike 0 Oscar X-Ray Fox.
0 Kilo Echo Papa. Good afternoon, Tim. Birmingham. There was somebody else in the background.
Mike 0 Oscar X-Ray Fox.
Echo Tango QRP. Yeah, Mike 0 Oscar X-Ray Fox. And who was the QRP station? Yep, Roger, Mike 7 Hotel Echo Tango, good afternoon. Popped you on the log there. Do we have any more of the Harwell Amateur Radio Society?
Battery 70%.
Right, around to you then, Rob. Seeing you first in the pile from G3PIA.
G3PIA in the group M0FXX. Good afternoon to everybody. Nice to be on. I was in the States last week, so I didn't obviously get to operate. But I didn't get all the reports. Dave coming in 25 to 30 overnight. Everybody else is perfectly audible, but I didn't get a chance to clock the report. So I'll do that on the next over. So back to you, Dave. G3PIA in the group in 0FXX.
Yeah, and 0 Foxtrot X-ray from Golf 3 Papa India Alpha. Okay, fine, Rob, no problems at all. And well, I hope you enjoyed your visit to the States. And perhaps you joined in the voting there. Right, let's go round to Tim. I know you were booming in, Tim, so obviously propagation is pretty good between us. Oh, sorry, Rob, your report.
Plus 20 to plus 25.
Right, Tim, M0KP from G3PIA.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. M0KP returning. Well, you're 15 to 20 over, Dave. Robert's 15 over. And I heard Clint call in, and Luke as well, from M7HGT booming in, so much better than 80 metres on Friday.
Battery 70%.
From the over anyway. But good to hear you all. Yeah, good team's in good shape, the band anyway. Back to you, Dave. G3PIA in the group from M0KP.
Yeah, M0KP from G3PIA. Okay, fine, Tim. Thanks very much for that. Just plus 20. Almost a little bit curvy though. You're going down just below 5 and 9, so about 5 and 8, plus a bit, up to plus 20. So quite a swing, but no problems in copying all the time. Okay, round to you, Clint. Good afternoon. Glad you were able to make it in.
G3PIA, Mike 0 Oscar X-Ray Fox returning. Thanks, Dave. Sorry, yeah, I forgot to tune my radio up because I've got a different setup today, which is why I've got even more things to do. So I'm using my Yaesu FT991A on transmit and receive, but I'm also receiving you via one of my Wellbrook loops simultaneously. And I'm switching the power to the Wellbrook loop off on transmit using a Tim Keep HamTek designed Bias-T. So basically the power to my Wellbrook loop is switched off while I'm transmitting, but because of sort of near field effects, etc., I'm still getting a signal obviously on my Elad receiver that I'm using. So I'm using a separate receiver and Wellbrook loop. I'm using 100 watts, so half the power of normal. So I'll be very interested to see whether you guys can hear me or not. It'd be interesting to get some reports and compare them to my usual 200 watt setup. So far, Dave, on the loop, you're 5 and 9. And on the wire, you're peaking 5 and 9 plus, occasionally 10. So you're actually stronger on the wire than you are on the loop. Tim, you're stronger on the loop. You're 5.9 plus, and you're a solid 5.9 on the wire. And Rob, you're 5.9 plus on the loop and 5.9 plus 5 plus a bit on the wire. So swings and roundabouts. So I'm actually recording some of this sked to effectively publicise Tim's piece of equipment, which seems to work very well. I think it's originally sort of designed to be used on one rig on a transceiver with a separate RX in, but it still works if you want to use a separate receiver. So so it's all good. Right. If I get time, I'll get onto the X feed as well, Dave. But I think for now that's it. Interested to know what my report is on 100 watts. Back to you. Golf 3 Papa India Alpha from Mike 0 Oscar X-Ray Fox.
Yeah, Mike 0 Oscar X-Ray Fox from Golf 3 Papa India Alpha. Digging in the drawer to get notebook out. Right, just set it up myself. I was a bit late on parade myself, really. Only just got things going. Okay, fine, Clint. 0 access from G3 PIA. Your report 5 and 7 to 9 plus 5. So that's the variation in the signal here. And thanks for the reports on the loop and the long wire. Interesting. Bear in mind, mine's normalised, so I get, when I say normalised, what I mean is I run 20 dBs on receive when I go to the loop. So that gives us about an equal signal strength to the doublet. But obviously there's a muchly improved signal to noise ratio. Anyway, interested to hear your loop, and it'll be interesting to hear if we get anybody that's a little weak. Maybe Luke will be a little weaker signal, and that's when the loop should come into its own, of course. But interesting to hear the variations. Right, let's go around to you, Luke. Good afternoon, good to hear you. And I forgot what sort of power you're running. I think you said 10 watts. Mike 7, Hotel Echo Tango from G3 PIA.
Mike 7, Hotel Echo Tango QRT. Correction, I'm running 10 watts through a C5RE, which I made myself. And it's I'm using a ZEG90 with the stock microphone. I could push it up to 20 watts if I wanted to, but 10's sufficient for now, I reckon. But yeah, it's nice to speak to everyone, and at last. But yeah, unfortunately I just haven't got round to getting up 80 metres running yet properly. I can use it and it will tune, but it's so weak it's not worth doing. But yeah, all your signal reports are very good. I mean, you're all 5.9 plus. So, you know, it is pretty good. And your signal report on the last over was 5.9 plus 20. So, yeah, all doing well. I've answered back as I've said hello, and if anyone else has got any more questions for me, please feel free. Back to the group.
Okay, just a quick break. What was the QTH? I've forgotten.
Sorry about that. The QTH is Beresfield. It is OX10. Back to you.
Yep, okay, time, Beresfield, yes. I should have remembered that. So just out of curiosity. Anyway, lovely signal from you, M78GT from G3 PIA. You're 0.9 plus 5, and fairly stable. Very little sign of any QSP on you. So many thanks for the plus 20. Right, so interested to hear your variation then, Clint, this afternoon. I wonder what stimulated the change. Presumably just to try alternative things, which is always a good idea. So just trying to find a
Thank you, Mike. There we are. Right. Back to the top and back to you, Rob. 0 Fox XX from G3 PIA.
Yes, G3 PIA M0FXX. I think you changed frequency a little bit there, Dave. I think you must have knocked the dial because you went 2 hertz off frequency just in the middle of the over there. Right, reports. So Dave, 25 to 30 over. Tim, you're 20 over. A bit of QSB. Clint, you were 5.9 to 5.9 plus 10 dB. Luke, you're 5.9 to 5.9
FTDX101MP, and an amplifier running about 800 watts at the moment to a full-size inverted V for 40 meters. So that's the setup here. And I was on the UK AC last night on 432, but I checked the system out in the afternoon. It was all fine at about 5 o'clock. Came on at 8, and the amplifier doesn't produce any output, so I was down to about 10 or 15 watts, and after about half an hour I gave up because it was really not working very well at all. But anyway, there we go. I've got to try and troubleshoot that. I've done as much as I could today. I put the dummy load on, and it's doing what it does on the antenna, so there's nothing untoward there. So that's going to be a bit of a struggle to get it working properly, I think. Back to you, Dave. G3PIA in the group, M0FXX.
You're a Jeff. Okay, Jeff, M0UHF on the bottom of the list there. There's just M0FXX from G3PIA. Okay, Rob, well, sorry to hear about 77PA deciding to go a silent key, almost. Obviously, I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of it, do a little bit more testing. When you say you put the dummy load on it, I presume you mean then there's still no output even when you're feeding a nice constant 50 ohm load. And presumably you've changed the input wire coupling in case one of the connectors has gone there. Well, I wonder if you're able to monitor current, input current, DC input current, which I can on all my PA, so at least I get some idea whether biasing is there and then whether I'm drawing any current on when I'm driving it. Interesting. I'd always like fault finding, providing it isn't too expensive, HI. Right, round to Tim, N0KP from G3PIA.
Great stuff. Yeah, thanks very much, Tim, for trying a little box out there, and I hope it's working well anyway. Because I was talking about fault finding, I've got a really weird fault come up on my SDR software, which is absolutely bizarre, but when it receives certain sounds, it goes into TX. Can you believe that? I'm not quite sure what on earth's going on there, but it's obviously a software kind of fault, buggy thing. How on earth that's going to be possible, I have no idea. But
Apart from that, nothing's gone wrong since I had the three things packed up a few weeks ago, so I think that's probably it now. So everything's back to normal for a few months anyway. I think I've got a few more reports, so I heard you call in Jeff. Hello Jeff, missed the report though. Clint, you're generally 5 and 9, but you're peaking 5 over and sometimes getting 5 and 7. So you want that much detail. But the odd sort of QSB is normally stable, and then there's a bit of QSB kicks in now and then. And Luke, you're 5 and 5 to 5 and 8 over here in Malvern. So yeah, a bit further away than the others. Not that always makes the signal strength less. Quite often it actually gets a bit stronger going a bit further away, but you're booming over on your 5 watts anyway, absolutely no problem at all. And I hope you get something sorted out for 80 metres soon. Back to you there, Dave. G3, is it G3 or M3? I'm getting confused. G3PIA group from M0KP, that's you there.
Yep, you got it. C3PI returning to M0KB. Okay, fine, Tim. And, well, it's all going well. And that sounds like a horrible fault to find, if it's a software glitch somewhere where something's just responding to a particular frequency. Oh, what a nightmare. I'll be intrigued if you actually ever find that one. Perhaps speak to the software designer if you have access. Yes, I forgot to mention, by the way, sorry chaps, I did catch the tuning dial. I've now put the lock on. And for Luke's information, I also running the FTDX101MP route with a PA on about 800 watts out into a doublet. It's about 50 feet, and yeah, that's it. The doublet works okay on 80 metres as well as 40.
Right, I think I've mentioned everything I'm supposed to comment on. If not, do ask again. Okay, round to Glen 70 Alexa from G3PIA.
T0AOZ on frequency.
Yeah, good afternoon, Roger. T0AOZ. Pop you on the bottom of the log there, Roger. And I've got a feeling it was somebody else. Go ahead. No, okay, it's another QSO going on in the background. Right, 10-0 OXF from G3PIA.
Golf 3 Papa India Alpha, Mike 0 Oscar X-Ray Fox. Thanks, Dave. Right, quick update on the report. So, Dave, on the wire, you are now peaking, sometimes peaking plus 10. On the loop, you are 5.9 plus 5, peaking above that. Still slightly stronger on the wire. Tim, 5.9 plus on the loop and 5.9 on the wire. Luke, Mike 7 Hotel Echo Tango. Luke, if you can hear me, you're 5 and 7 on the Wellbrook mag loop, and you're 5 and 5 on my wire, so no problems at all copying you from Berensfield to here in Ensham. Rob, you were peaking 5.9 plus 5 on the loop, and you were peaking up to plus 10 actually on the wire, so nice signal from you as well, Rob. Good afternoon, Roger. Copied you. I'll give you a report next time around. Yeah, no problem, Tim. Yeah, it's working fine. As I'm transmitting now, I've got the audio turned down on the Elad so as not to pick up an echo. So even with no power to the Wellbrook, the Elad is still seeing sort of plus 40. So there are some sort of near field effects, RF being picked up through the shielding on the cables or whatever. But it's perfectly workable, and nice to be able to give you guys a report on 2 antennas. I can actually listen to the audio, of course, at the same time, because both systems are sort of receiving in parallel, so I can have one or the other or both at the same time. And it's interesting how dynamic changes in propagation can make the audio from the wire to the loop switch quite quickly from one over to the next. So it's quite useful actually, but it'll be more useful when Tim has sorted out some cables to plug the Bias-T straight into the back of the Kenwood, which has got a separate receive connector. Right, quickly going to excuse me, the X feed. I have managed to put a notification on the X feed as well, so I'm really multitasking today. No reports yet, but Tim and a couple of other X feed users have noticed that we are live on 7.147 megahertz, so all good. Right, hand it back to you, Dave. Golf 3 Papa India Alpha from Mike 0 Oscar X-Ray Fox.
Yeah, Mike 0 Oscar X-Ray Fox from Golf 3 Papa India Alpha. Okay, fine. Well, thanks for sorting out the X feed. I'll be interested to see if we get anything, but as usual, won't hold our breaths on that one. Interesting, I don't switch the power off on my loop at all, but it's not underneath the aerial, as you know. It's sort of set up in offset into the field, so get away with that one. What was the other thing I was going to comment? Oh yes, of course, don't forget the loop's directional, and if one of us happens to be in the null, you'll get a huge difference. So when I switch to you on the loop, so you're about 5 and 9, 5.9 plus a bit on the doublet, but I go to the loop, you're plus 20. So it's a huge difference. I haven't tried swinging it, but I can see from the direction indicator it's more or less beaming. Well, she won't be in the null. The actual receiving part of the lobe is fairly flat until you come to the null, and it's quite a sharp null. So you're not in the null, but somebody will obviously be in the null if I listen to all of you. But I find that it doesn't make a huge difference on 40. The big difference I find is on 80, and then definitely on top band. So, all interesting things to play around with. Right, I think that's it. So let's go on round to you, Luke. M7 Hotel Echo Tango from G3PIA.